What's up, guys? Sean here. Welcome back. I guess we can call this episode 2 of the BNF show. The last one was kind of a test run. This is going to be sort of the same deal, except I don't have a whole lot of time this morning, so hopefully I can keep this one a little bit quicker. And the idea for today's video is I wanted to show you all my favorite Spyderco knives. In the first episode, I went over all the reasons why I believe Spyderco is the best production knife company in the existence, especially in the United States. They do so many absolutely amazing things, and if you want to look into all those details, go check out episode 1. Like I said, I want to try to keep this one short, so let's just go straight into it. And first I want to start by saying or showing you guys the 2 knives that I'm carrying today. That's right, only 2 today because it is going to be a hot one and I'm going to be sweating, moving around and all. I don't want a lot of heavy stuff in my pocket. So this right here, Spyderco Kapara 3. This has a nice fresh KME edge, 1500 grit finish, nasty sharp. Have a little dust on the edge. I don't know how well you can see right now, but that is a very nice clean edge, and there is no burr on that. So if you see anything on the edge bevel, you're seeing dust. I'm carrying this one today. Has the Cerberus radar skinny scales and a black MXG gear deep carry clip. And my secondary carry is this big behemoth right here, doing the all blacked out theme today. This is the Spyderco Manix2xo. This one is still available. I will link it in the video description below. This is a knife that I won from Neves Knives. My brother Jared, he just had a massive giveaway for his over 100,000 subscriber giveaway. And guys, I can't believe it. He is almost up to 200,000 right now. And there's people out there that talk shit and say, oh, he has to be buying subs or this or that. No, that's not how YouTube works. He has grown that large because he has put in the work. That's literally just like everything else. The same people that are saying that are going to be the same guys that is still stuck at sharpening. Well, how many knives have you sharpened? How often do you attempt to retry it? Because when I was learning how to sharpen, I didn't give up until I got it sharp. I was sitting there sharpening for a couple days straight. So, and then I just, once you start to get the hang of it, it gets a little bit easier. And then you're just, honing in on your craft and you're perfecting it. And over years and hundreds of knives, I've gotten really good. And I'm still learning stuff. So, there's some things just, there's no replacement for real life experience. You can watch the videos, you can get the tips and tricks, which if you actually listen to what we tell you, and it can be very helpful and save you a lot of time, a lot of headache, a lot of unnecessary trial and error, because people like myself, I've already gone through it because that's how I learn. But you don't have to learn the hard way. So anyway, little tangent, try to cut that off, but amazing knife. And shout out to Jared. He is an amazing guy, a great friend. He does a lot for the community. And shout out to Kara also. Jared and Kara are both at Blade Show right now in Atlanta, I believe. I'm really jealous. Shout out to all the other channels that were able to make it, and even more importantly, shout out to the channels that couldn't make it this year. You know, I understand how you guys feel. I am in the same boat with you guys, but it is okay. You know why? Because we're going to get them next year. So sometimes shit comes up. Like, I just moved into my apartment 2 weeks ago. I've had a lot of shit to do, a lot of expenses, but it's okay. I'm going to get them next year, and you can too. So we'll start down here with my favorite of the bunch. This is the Spyderco Shaman Knife Choker exclusive in crewwear blade steel. This one came with the forest green G10 scales. I outfitted it with the carbon fiber scales from Flytanium, and I also outfitted it with green anodized titanium hardware, including the stop pin that was anodized by my boy Angelo over at the Spyderco MILLIE PM2 P3 club. Almost got all that out without fucking it up. And the Lynch Northwest deep carry clip. I really like this clip for the Shaman. My other two Shamans are right here. The Cutlery Shop exclusive and the Z-Wear Shaman. So this one is the Z-Wear micarta. This was a sprint run, and this came with these micarta scales. They are very nice for any type of factory scales. And then I swapped over to the black screws from my crewwear Shaman, and I put the MXG Gear Shaman clip. This is another great Shaman clip. Lynch and MXG Gear both make excellent clips for the Shaman, and for all Spydercos in general. You can't go wrong with either, but I tend to find that the Lynch Northwest clip, they are typically just a little bit more sturdy. So if you're like me and you really like digging your fingers down into the clip, like, you know, really getting a grip on that, you might want to try out a Lynch clip. But they're both excellent. So then, yeah. Cutlery Shop exclusive, Serpent's Run Customs skinny micarta scales, MXG Gear clip. This has the stonewashed CTS XHP blade and heat anodized hardware, which I heat anode bronze. Took about 20-30 minutes of messing around to get a nice uniform bronze color across all the screws. Maybe I'll do a video on that in the near future if you guys are interested. Moving on, we have my pair of threes. There's only three different Spyderco models that I have multiple of, and I have 3 of each. So I already showed you the one that I'm carrying today. Here is another great one. I just sharpened this up the other day. This is the DLT Trading exclusive with the beautiful red G10 and the belt satin M390 blade. M390 blade, belt satin finish. And what I was trying to say in the last video when I started going on about all the different Spyderco blade steels, and the thing about the belt satin that was cool that I never got to is that it's different, or it looks different on every blade steel. Like, see, this is Z-Wear PM right here. This is M390. It's going to be a different tone of silver. It's going to have a different level of reflectiveness, a lot of stuff. But, you know, across all the different blade steels, there's little changes that you'll see. Well, you won't see a change in all of them, but it's still neat. So, yeah, great knife. This one sharpened up great. Spyderco has great M390, extremely sharp. Moving on, my Maxamet pair of 3. This is a great EDC knife. This is a worker. I did a forced patina on this one right here with yellow mustard. Left it on for, I don't know, 30 minutes, clean it off, 30 minutes, clean it off. Did that a couple times. Pretty cool. My first time doing a forced patina. This one is sharpened at 15 degrees per side on the KME, also with a 1500 grit edge. So, Very sharp, very capable, and a nice compact package. Also very ergonomic. So it's a really nice, lighter, more compact carry. As long as you're not somebody that uses your knife as a pry bar, that the Para 3 is going to do just fine for regular EDC tasks. Moving on, Spyderco SPYDIECHEF. This is one of my all-time favorites. I can't tell you enough how amazing this knife is. This is one of Spyderco's more premium models. This is produced in the Taiwan factory in Taichung, Taiwan. I have a Lynch Northwest wire replacement clip on this bad boy. This is the sand wash finish. That's my favorite finish for the Lynch clips, and it matches these factory scales perfectly. And yeah, this one is also rocking the KME edge at 15 or 17 degrees per side, and this one is also 1500 grit. And then this is more of a polished edge. I did a little bit more stropping on this one. Not sure how it's focusing in right now, if you guys can see that alright or not, but I don't want to get too hung up on one thing. Moving on, the Spyderco Swish Buoy, and both of these are designed by Martin Swish. Excellent knife designer. These are both iconic knives in the Spyderco lineup. Unfortunately, the Swish Buoy is not available anymore. Hopefully they will bring back another run of the exclusives. This is the Knife Joy exclusive in Bowler M390 blade steel, and this one also has a belt sand finish and blue anodized titanium scales, and it features Spyderco's wire clip. This one's also manufactured in Taiwan, or Taichung, Taiwan. This is one of two Spydercos out of my whole collection that still have the factory edge. I went into that a little bit in my previous video. This thing came with a killer factory edge, very sharp, very effective, and this thing still cuts like a champ. Amazing knife. Definitely recommend checking one out if you have the chance to, even if that means just borrowing one from a buddy and getting to experience it. You know, if you're a big Spyderco fan, I think it would definitely be worth it for you to at least check one out. Moving on, the Spyderco Yo Jimbo 2. This one is also modified and customized to my liking. This one is rocking the Knives Plus Damascus carbon fiber scales. This one is also rocking a custom or a modified blade profile. I got rid of that forward hump. I just started off with a Dremel and worked at it from there. I think it looks pretty freaking cool. This blade is in 20 CV. This is actually the DLT Trading exclusive. Rocking a Lynch Northwest deep carry clip. KME edge. 17 degrees per side. Great action. Great knife. Great, very deep hollow grind. This is a slicer. This thing cuts through material like cardboard, like nothing, like a hot knife through butter. No bullshit. This one is, if you want to experience a really slicey, kind of more tactical style folder, Yo Jimbo 2 all day, or maybe even the Yo Jumbo. I haven't experienced that one yet, but I'm sure it is really good. Moving on, the Spyderco Gale Bradley 2. This one is also manufactured in Taiwan. The Yo Jimbo 2 is made in the USA in Golden, Colorado. This one is manufactured in Taiwan. This one features a M4 blade, or M4 blade steel. Also has a belt sand finish, and this one has a natural patina going on. This was not a forced patina. This is just natural from use. And as you guys can see, there is no rust. I live here in Maryland on the Eastern Shore, where it is very humid, a lot of moisture in the air, and I haven't had any problems with any of my knives rusting. If you use your knives a lot, and as long as you keep the blades clean and dry, you'll be fine. You can use it to cut whatever you want, but if you cut foods that are acidic, you're gonna get patina on the blade, or you might end up doing a forced patina accidentally. But yeah, use your stuff. If that's what you want. If that's if you just like to look at them or whatever, that's cool too. It's your money, it's your knives. You guys do whatever you want with them, but don't be scared to use them, because it's not gonna melt and disintegrate if you get a drop of water on it, and you just wipe it off with your shirt or on your pants, whatever. This one is the Blade HQ exclusive Native Chief. This one is featuring the JG10 scales, all black hardware, DLC coated blade, CPM M4 blade steel. I also sharpened this one sharpened at 15 degrees, and I did a 600 grit edge finish on this one. Very sharp, very nasty, great cutter, very similar to the Spyderco MILLIE or military, but it has a little bit slimmer of a profile in the pocket because it does not have the hump like a paramilitary 2 or para 3 does. It is basically the same thing, but a slimmer blade profile, and yeah, it carries slimmer, and you still get all that extra cutting edge and lots of handle, very ergonomic, lots of leverage. It's a beast of a work knife, so you might want to check out one of these. Sorry guys, had to get a drink. I was feeling a little parched. Moving on, this is definitely in my top 3 as far as Spydercos go. This is the Spyderco Kapara, and I happened to get my hands on the DLT Trading exclusive back when it was available. It was actually available for a couple days, guys, but it came out fitted with the gray G10 scales, and I was very fortunate to be able to trade my buddy Anthony Griffin. He does a lot for the channel. I traded him for the factory carbon fiber scales that come on the S30V production version, which I will have linked in the description below. I love the carbon fiber scales on this thing. I'm so happy and so thankful I'm able to have the 20 CV blade and the factory scales, and I didn't have to pay anything for it besides shipping. So shout out to Anthony. Guys, make friends with good people, and if you look out for them, they'll look out for you. And honestly, I haven't even returned the favor. I don't think, to Anthony. He's done way more for me than I've done for him. But a lot of it is not stuff that I asked. He just took it upon himself. And there's a lot of great, amazing people in this community, and I'm gonna make that one of my goals to do some nice things for some people. Well, I do, but I'd like to do more, because I've been receiving a lot of blessings lately, so I want to pass them on to other people. So I gotta figure out some ideas of what I might want to do, but yeah, I'll think on that. But this is probably the most slicey Spyderco I have. It is extremely capable. You have over 3 inches of cutting edge, very, very slicey, thin blade geometry, excellent for cutting anything, but especially in the kitchen. I like to cook a lot. For a kitchen utility folder kind of deal. This thing is a freaking beast. The action's super smooth. It is on phosphor bronze washers, but it also has a pivot spacer. It's like a little barrel spacer that goes over the pivot screw that can spin, or it goes over the pivot that can spin, and then the blade can also free spin on that, and it just frees everything up. It's a really cool design, and it makes for some buttery smooth action without having to loosen up your pivot or anything. I have this one sharpened at 15 degrees per side. Nasty sharp edge. Very ergonomic. You know, if you want to find out more about this and why this is one of my favorite Spydercos, check out the full review. That is only a couple videos down the list. It's one of the last videos that I got done, and it is probably my best and my favorite knife review that I've done so far. So I'm not saying that just to hype it up. I definitely highly recommend checking out the Spyderco Kapara and check out my full review on it. So appreciate that. This one right here, another heavy hitter. This is two exclusive mixed into one. So if you guys haven't caught on by now, most of my Spydercos are exclusives, and I am a freaking nut, okay? I took the Blade HQ the Smoky Mountain Knife Works Arctic Storm exclusive with the fat carbon Arctic Storm scales, which are absolutely beautiful. They glisten in different areas when the light hits it in different ways. They are probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen, especially in person. Pictures and video don't really do them any justice, but yeah, maybe I'll try to get a video out for you guys that you can actually see them very well. Maybe you'll be able to see them well in this video by chance. I hope you guys can. But it almost looks like a blue kind of urban camouflage kind of deal or something. Like it's really cool looking. I took that and I mixed it with the Bento Box exclusive K390 PM2. This is a K390 blade, belt sign finish, sharpened at 15 degrees per side on the KME, 1500 grit edge, Lynch Northwest deep carry clip, also with the sand wash finish. And yeah, this is one of my favorite Spydercos. I have a lot of favorites, but this is one of the heavy hitters. Great knife. Then I took the blade from the Arctic Storm and I put it on this guy. This features Metin Boss's titanium reptilian engraved scales, and this one is rocking green anodized titanium hardware done by my buddy Angelo. Has a rock scale design green anodized backspacer, and we have a milled titanium textured engraved clip from Metin Boss to match the reptilian scales, and these scales feel really cool, very nice and grippy, but the milling is so fine that it doesn't feel rough at all. Kind of like a fingernail file, one of the really fine ones. Like you can rub your thumb back and forth on it for a while and it just feels kind of soft and grippy, and it's not tearing up your hand at a rapid rate, you know, but you have that good grip and it kind of has like a soft sensation to it. It's really cool. Great action on this one. I actually did another video featuring this one where I polished the washers and I show you guys how to improve the action on any of your Spyderco knives, so go check that out. I've actually done that twice, but the newer version is featuring this knife, and this knife will be in the thumbnail. So definitely go check that out if you want to improve your action. like I said, killer. Then, of course, I had to get another exclusive, DLT trading exclusive with the S90V blade, DLC coated 17 degree KME edge, 1500 grit, or no, I did a mirror polish on this one. I took this to like 90,000 grit or something, but I've used it a lot since. This has the olive or the OD green, G10 factory scales, factory clip. This is probably one of very few Spydercos in my collection that are actually the factory configuration. Let's see, I put this one back to the factory configuration, my M390 pair of 3 from DLT Trading, and the S90V from DLT Trading. Funny, I put both the DLTs back to stock. I'm not biased towards DLT or anything. I love DLT. I have like 20 DLT trading stickers all over the place. So it's a great knife dealer. I don't know why I did that. Oh, another one. The Blade HQ exclusive Native Chief. But in all fairness, they really don't make, I don't think anybody makes stuff for the Native Chief. I'm sure there's clips that would fit it and all, but it's just not necessary. It works fine the way it is. And yeah, and one more I'll show you real quick. This is the Spyderco that got me into Spyderco. Spyderco Tenacious with the tape residue and schmutz all over the blade. I bought this at Walmart way back many years ago, and I was so impressed with this and how sharp it came out of the box and just a lot of things about it, that this is actually the knife that convinced me to finally pull the trigger on a more premium Spyderco, and that's when I ended up buying my S30V PM2, all blacked out, which I no longer have. But yeah, and then from there I was even more hooked. So yeah, this is a great entry level Spyderco, especially if you get the one with the S35 VN blade steel. The HCR 13 MOV is some shit blade steel, but I promise you it will come from the factory extremely, extremely sharp. You probably will cut yourself with it, but it does dull out pretty quickly. It's not a super steel, and that's why they can sell this for such a lower price. But still some decent action. This one is a liner lock. Cool little knife. So this is not one of my favorite Spydercos, but this is the first one. This is the one that started it all. So anyways, hopefully this video hasn't gone too long. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure you like, make sure you are subscribed. Do me a favor, share it with your friends, whatever, you know, help out, boost the algorithm. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.